Alright, good evening heroes and heroines, and welcome to Practising Programming in C. And I'm happily coming through on the mic here. Hopefully Twitch has picked up that I'm streaming. Insobot has yet to pick it up because Twitch's API hasn't told him that I've gone live yet. Well, that's no problem. It'll give me a bit of time to pick some music. The swapper. Nick Cave. And today I think, I mean I say this every single time, but I would like to try, this one of mine, this could be a good one. I would like to try and stick to half an hour. Because I think, you know, I'm not necessarily going to be learning any new stuff today. The goal today really is to do the run length encoder with the error handling that I learned yesterday. Just doing the whole encoder that does the encoding and the decoding as well. And then, if I've got time after having done that, then I will kind of adapt it so that it supports more than just the zeros and ones. It supports like whatever you throw at it, basically. But Insobot has spotted that I've gone live, so I suppose I better go for it, aren't I? I mean, I kind of fancy music from Braid. I mean, it's longer than 40 minutes. Sorry, it's longer than 30 minutes. It's 40 minutes, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, let's just say 40 minutes. It's got to be like a 3-hour stream anyway. So, you know, what's 2 hours between friends? Anyway, we have a lot of stuff here. Got the chat down here. The mic is going through. I'll just double check that that's happening. Yeah. Could actually do with probably clearing up these guys a bit. Because when I'm programming, I don't use MPV, I don't use hydrogen. And OBSR, yeah, I don't use ARD really. Yeah, I'll tell you what, since I've got 10 minutes to play with, I'll just get rid of these guys. Hydrogen, yeah, can I see all of them? Well, kind of can. Can I scroll that? Yeah, I can scroll that. That's interesting. So they've made this in such a way that I can't actually drag this scroll bar. I have to use my middle wheel thing. MP3. Kill that. So let's just double check that annotating has still got MPV. Yeah, it has still got MPV. Alright. What's the difference there? Is the only difference the mic? Right. Okay. I think we're sorted. We can go for it. And also, before I start, I'll just mention that insofar as the magnificent and heroic and beautiful insofar as gave me a custom command for 4coder that builds the current file. So I didn't need to do it myself. Which basically means that I can now use this nice kind of bash parameter expansion stuff in order to match the current file, and then to create a binary based on that file name. So yeah, So int main, let's see what we can do. I mean, I know straight off the bat that I need these guys as well. stdio.h and standard lib.h. This is going to take an int argc and a car args. Argc is not equal to 3. Then we want to say fprintf standard error usage input file output file, and that is args 0, and want to return 1. Let's just run the RLE. Yep, cool. Nothing else is happening, so yeah, cool. Right, and then we want to load the file. So file in file going to be equal to fopen args1, opening it as readable, and then it's going to be like, if we have got the in file, and that was the book, if we have got an in file, or if we haven't got an in file, so that standard error has been set, right? If we haven't got an in file, then we say p error args 0, right? And we return 1. Yeah, perfect. So that was quick. If in file, if there's no in file, then we error and return 1. If there is an in file, then we want to see, we'll just do the enc file as well now. Enc file is fopen args2. Open this as readable so that we can figure out if it exists. And we say if enc file, then we want to do, well, fprintf again maybe, because it's a kind of error. Standard error, file exists. Yeah. File exists. Overwrite. Yes. No. And then we're going to do the get car, so it's like, just try this, get car input equals to get c from the standard in. Oh yeah, nice one. It would help if I did that. So, right, that's happening. So, if input does not equal y, and input does not equal y, then we want to return 1. If it exists, yeah, because it prompts us, and then we just sort of say straight up, hi Fiery, straight up quit, because the user knows that they want to quit. We don't need to message them about it. Notice file directory. Ooh. Awesome. Overwrite. Nope. Oh yeah, I was doing the interesting actually there that. Oh no, I didn't type anything, did I? That looks like an ice cream with like an M shaped or like a sideways M flake on it. What would that be? Curly Whirly, maybe? Yeah, probably Curly Whirly would be the closest thing. So if it exists, then we return. Am I within an if? No, I'm not. So if that a comb sticking up, exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what it is. So if we have an encode file, if that exists, then we want to prompt to overwrite. And if they're happy with it, then we just continue. And either way, we want to close it. And then we want to open it up again as writable. That's interesting. F open enc file, yeah. Enc file is equal to F open, whatever, yeah, right. That was a close shave. Enc. It's args too. 2 scoops and a curly whirly. It'd be nice if you could do like a F reopen as W. Don't suppose that exists. Oh, holy crap! Didn't expect that to pop up. The F reopen function opens a file whose name is string pointer to by path and associates the stream pointer to by stream with it. The original stream, if it exists, is closed. The mode argument is used just as in the fopen function. The prime use of the order is to change the file associated with a standard text stream. Is to change the file associated with a standard stream. Yeah. It does seem to be doing something else, yeah. So maybe I'll just ignore that for now. I can look into that another time. If I care to. So the encoded file is fopen that. So at this point, if close, maybe it'd work though. Just have another quick look. The f reopen function opens a file whose name is the string pointed to by path and associates the stream pointed to by stream with it. The original stream, if it exists, is closed. The mode argument is used. What does it take? F takes a path, a mode, and a stream. So the path is going to be. Let's try this actually. And what does it return? I mean, presumably it just returns the encoded file thing. You know, because these guys. Let's just see what happens quickly. So it's F reopen. Path. So the path is args2, mode is this, and then it's going to be the enc file. So presumably then it's just a void. What happens when you fclose null? I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. So let's try it. Let's just comment this guy out a second. Let's just check the page actually. Fclose on a stream, so the stream would be null. I mean, I could run this, but I mean, I might never see you again. Hey Joggy, how's it going? Ah, okay. Eggfile should be null if the file doesn't exist. So if that's an issue, you should remove the fclose inside the if. Ah. I see, right, okay, dokie, right. Got you. Ah, right, yeah, so I mean if I am fclosing it. So if we have got an enc file, then go through this process. So then we close. Right, I see, I see. But we also need to be able to close this though. I think that was the reason for putting it outside, because I need to be closing this guy. And there can't be, we can't have got here if there's no, eggfile should be null if the file doesn't exist. If it exists, so if the eggfile exists, then we go through this process. If it's not right, if it's null. Oh, I see, right. Oh, that's interesting. February, I have nothing to close, yeah, true. Alright, this is kind of interesting. There's nothing open. So, we do this line, and there's nothing there, so it's null. So, does that mean that we can assume that we can just do another F open then? Straight freaking crashes, right. Calling F close with a null project. Yeah, well, I mean, I just did. So, yeah, it kind of, well, unless this suggests that it isn't allowed. But maybe because this is closed here, and because this would have returned null, that means that I can just do the open here. if it exists though, if it exists, then it closes, right? But if it doesn't, okay, yeah, that's all it is, isn't it? It's just that. So it's like, what is it? Egg file is equal to. I've opened this. Right. Because if we come down here, this guy exists, and then we go in and check if the person wants to overwrite it. If they do, then we continue. Well, if they do, then we close it. Or rather, either way we close it. Right. But if they don't want to overwrite, then we just quit. Oh, actually, yeah, that's the point. I will want to close it here, won't I? You know, I don't want to quit before closing the thing. Close it here. If it exists. Yeah, I probably need two instances of that, unfortunately. Okay. You can just close it before the F and F. So let's go. Oh, okay. That's true. If it exists, then we close it. Alright, yeah, I like that. Imagine the OS would release the file handler with the processor. Yeah, I think it kind of does actually. But just in terms of like being on top of everything. You know, I kind of like to do it myself. So if it exists, then we close it. We ask them if they definitely want to overwrite it, and then quit if they don't. Otherwise, we continue. At which point we need to reopen it as writable, and we continue. So at this point, we've got the in file open. Got the in file and the enc file. So, right. Car in buffer. Gonna be used to malloc, and I need the size, don't I? So it's fseek the in file, no offset to the seek end. Int in size is equal to ftell on the in file. And once we've got that, we can seek back to the start. Excuse me. So we set that up. The in pointer is going to be equal to the in buffer. Not quite sure if I've got those parentheses, the asterisks right. I must have done. In pointer is going to be equal to in buffer. So that's kind of like all the in file stuff that I need to know about. And then the car token is going to be equal to the value at in pointer plus plus. The int, the unsigned int counter is going to be equal to 1. And then we want to put the size at the start of the encoded file. So I mean, I suppose before I even do any of this, once I've got the size, I could actually do the encoded file first. Kind of feels a bit more sensible to do that, because I don't need to bother about the in buffer aside from its size, until I've actually, you know, put the in size in the enc buffer, if that makes sense. Car enc pointer is equal to the enc buffer. And then here we're going to do enc pointer cast to, it's this thing, isn't it? It's enc pointer, sorry, enc pointer cast to an unsigned int. Is equal to the in size. And then we want to increment the enc pointer by a size of int. I suppose it doesn't strictly need to be the size of an unsigned int because it's the same size. So once we've done that, we can then set the, we can then get the token from the in buffer. Right, get all this stuff. In buffer's there, and we haven't read the file in. In buffer malloc in size, in point is equal to that. We then need to do fread the, I'll tell you what, before I do the in pointer, I need to do the read. fread in buffer size is in size. What right? Beyond Stushop cause frustration. And after reading it in, I can actually close the file. Set the in pointer to be equal to the in buffer. Token is equal to the in pointer plus plus. Unsigned int counter is equal to 1. Well, I suppose technically at this point I can actually put the token into the enc pointer. Unsigned int counter is equal to 1. And here's my loop. While enc pointer, enc try. It's probably actually in pointer. It's less than the in size. If token is equal to in pointer, the value of in pointer, we want to, I'm getting faster, yeah. Well, I'm not learning anything today, you see. So, yeah. I mean, other than the reopen thing, I'm not really bothered. Otherwise, we're going to set else. Token is equal to whatever is in the in pointer. The enc pointer, the value of enc pointer is equal to the counter, and counter is equal to 1. Right, I think that's kind of right. So while that is less than that, we do all of this stuff. Have I mapped the enc buffer? I have mapped it. So maybe that's just it. Token. token. Let's just so at this point we need to F right. So we've got the buffer right. So at this point I want to be F writing the beyond strip, so it's the enc buffer. The size of the enc pointer, take away enc buffer, there's one of them, writing it to the enc file. And then we're going to close it, the enc file. We're going to free the, well, we could free the in file, the in buffer here actually. And then free the enc buffer. It says from in the loop. Oh yeah, good point. Cheers, sorry. To free that, do the enc stuff there. And then we're done, I believe. So let's just see. RLE, temp fresh, MZ. So overwrite it? No. Right, good. Yes. So now this guy, see RLE is filling up. Still a problem, is there? Well, in pointer minus in buffer is less than the in size. If token equals the in buffer, oh, is it the in buffer plus plus? Possibly 2. Ooh, okay, interesting. If token is equal to in buffer plus plus. Counter plus plus. Ah, right, yeah. Enc pointer plus plus is equal to counter. That'll be the problems. Colder. If token is equal to. Oh, right, yeah. So I don't want to. I don't want to be incrementing those guys, I guess. Let's see what happens. Well, that is equal to, yeah, because I only want to increment it the once, otherwise I'm just going to foul up, skip over stuff. Fixed one but broke it somewhere else as well. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Something died. What did happen there?